Hi everyone, we're live. Welcome to Tropical Nomad SpeakuP Monday. Round of applause! That was pretty good. So, as you know, SpeakuP Monday here every Monday at Tropical Nomad. We have Guzman, we have Ayu, thank you very much. Tropical Nomad always being extremely supportive towards us. This is episode number 340 from memory sets. 340 episodes of SpeakuP Monday. It's great. Now, once a month we do, it started off as the future of blockchain, like a Bali blockchain, right? So what we have today is amassing here wonderful 6 beautiful people of different persuasions, descriptions, all united by blockchain, Web3, crypto. So the conversation today, which my brother Bruno over here will be co-anchoring, asking most of the questions, that means, will be about social and crypto and the connection between them, what the future holds, then after which Bruno has a little announcement to make that you should all be very excited about, because it's awesome. So, oh, you're welcome. So we'll kick us off by, so people watching here either on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, and those live as well. Maybe we start for those who don't know who we are, maybe with like a little up to a 1-minute description so people get an idea of who you are, what you do, and how you interact and come into this wonderful container that we call the Bali blockchain community. There you go. We start with you, Brother Bruno.
Okay, so hello everyone. Thank you for being here. Episode 340. So 347, 2023, 2237 again. So we are blessed. 7 is a good number. So guys, my name is Bruno Calabretta. As you can guess from my accent, I'm Italian. I'm here in Bali. I'm blessed to be surrounded by so many beautiful people. I'm a crypto coach, a Web3 consultant. I'm involved in the space. I love what blockchain is doing to our world and what is that is going to bring to us. So I'm very proud and happy to be here because Bali is a technological hub. It's becoming the center of attention for all over the world. As you can see here, we have people from everywhere, and each one of us is trying to bring a little something into this beautiful island that is giving to us so much, and we are trying to give something back. So thank you for having us today, Brother Robert.
Hi guys, my name is Natasha. Some people here also know me as Crypto Mama. I'm a crypto influencer, and the field of my expertise is Instagram. So today we talk about social, so we'll be happy to share my experience about it.
Amazing. Hi everyone, my name is Cosmin Lungu, also known as Cosmo or Mr. Blue.
Looking fresh, by the way, so fresh. Fresh!
Thank you. Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah, I'm a Web3 consultant and more recently a coach. I help Web2 businesses integrate Web3 technologies, and more pertaining to tonight's discussion, I'm a community builder on Discord and TikTok. And I actually met the Crypto Bali community here at Tropical Nomad, I think like 6 months ago or whatever, and ever since like we've been haggling along, creating many amazing events with the Crypto Bali community and with these awesome people, some of which are here on this panel today.
My name is Sim. I'm a simulation. I do not exist. I'm an artificial intelligence that's been brought here, powered by ChatGPT 3. And now for our sponsors.
I knew it!
I am a crypto comedian. I make jokes in the worst times of crypto to try to convince people to not cry. In reality, I'm an educator that teaches people how life is more than crypto. And I'm a founder of a bunch of projects that I'm not going to go on about because they are the sponsors.
Oh dear. Good evening, everyone. My name is Tyrone. I run a business club for founders and investors with a interest in Web3 technologies and how to leverage that for their businesses. I'm also the host of NFT Bali, which is a 31-day destination experience. We bring people from all over the world to come to Bali, experience what it's like to live here as a professional who can work anywhere. Thanks.
Love it. Love it.
Hello, my name is Melissa Kurtcan. I'm from Turkey, Istanbul. This is my probably 7th time here. Regulars, all the regulars are here today. you know me from S21 community, which is the largest international crypto and blockchain community in Bali. We have been organizing blockchain and crypto seminars the last 2.5 years in Bali. And now, including Singapore, Manila, Kuala Lumpur, we are organizing networking events. And I'm the founder and the CEO of Satoshi 21, which is going to be the consultancy for businesses, tokenizing different business models, traditional to real estate. And we are expanding Southeast Asia with the help of these amazing people also. So thank you for having us here.
Wonderful. And so my name is Robert Ian Bonnick, the founder of this wonderful platform called SpeakuP Monday. I'm known as a tourism architect. So what does that mean? It means that I facilitate foreign investment, overseas foreign investment into Indonesia, working with government departments very closely, such as the tourism and creative economy minister and team. And I love Bali. I'm a speaker, a coach, and I love...
We can feel it.
Yeah, I love bringing really good people together on projects that uplift humanity and make sense, utilizing Tri Hitakarana as the root of it. For those of you who don't know what Tri Hitakarana means, a very brief description for those in business would be, how does your business impact the following three things? So top of the triangle is human to God. So how does your project, initiative, business impact the connection of human to God, culture, customs, traditions? Next one down over here is that how does your business initiative, how does it impact human to the environment? So regenerative, is it sustainable, and so on. And the third and final one is human to human prosperity. So how does it prosper? How does it make a profit? And these three things together make a conscious business or a conscious ecosystem, and that's what Bali has. And that system, I believe, can be replicated around the world to create a conscious world, right? So that's why I love Bali and Indonesia at large. And before I go any further, I'm going to pass this microphone on. Otherwise, I will not stop. I will keep going.
Actually, man, you're getting better and better. I learned about Tri Hitakarana from Robert. The first time I saw him at Tropical Nomad, I think was the Supernova Hackathon from Internet Computer Protocol. And you went on stage telling about, this amazing concept. Man, you're starting to be arriving to the point in so quickly now. So it's getting better and better. And I love it to hear every time. So guys, today we are talking about social platform. There are so many. We have LinkedIn, Instagram, Discord, TikTok. We have YouTube, Telegram and Instagram. Okay, Brother Robert is on every possible network. You're going to find him everywhere. Just write him, you're going to find him everywhere. So what we want to point out today is which way we are using this platform, what is the advantage that each one of us is taking out of using this platform, what is that we've accomplished so far, and the community that we built, or anyway, the image that we created of us. Because at the end, we are using social network for creating our brand identity, make people understand how do they have to perceive us. So we want to send a message by using this platform. So the first question for you all, then I'm going to reply at the end as well to the same question, is what is the platform that you guys are using and why you are using it? Ladies first.
Now, just while we're here, so those of you not here in Bali, in the background you can hear this rain. So that sound in the background is a torrential downpour. And so those of you here on stage with the microphones, just point it at your mouth for the best result. So over to you, Natasha.
Thank you, Robert. We're not scared of rain. So as I mentioned before, my platform is Instagram. I started my blog in 2020, and with starting a blog is the same as buying a Bitcoin. You always hope you did it earlier. So 2020 I started, and as a crypto influencer, as an educator, I quickly realized that this is a very good way to monetize my Instagram and my activity. And people were asking me themselves, Natasha, please tell us more. We want to know about crypto. We want to know about Bitcoin. We want to know how to invest safely. We want to know this, and that. So people were asking me for knowledge. And I just came out with my own product. And that was an online course, very simple one about blockchain technology and simple investing, how to get account on crypto exchange, and etc. So for me, the Instagram was the platform where I can talk to my audience, to my people, which is mostly ladies, moms who are, I don't know, like at home taking care of their kids, but at the same time, they want to be in line with the technology, with all these things. They want to be up to trend, and they want to discover also blockchain and possibilities, how to make maybe some extra money, how to, I don't know, just to take care of your family in the future, so to save up in the long term and invest in Bitcoin. And I think what I see like the main value of Instagram, if to use it as a platform, is that you have stories and you can do an amazing storytelling and sell through personal brand. And this is really great opportunity to communicate with people.
Wow, amazing. That's a great story Natasha has. I hope that mine can live up to her expectations, because she's literally killing it on Instagram. Ladies should know about her. But my journey paradoxically started on TikTok. That's actually where I was kind of an influencer, mostly teaching people about technologies, mostly a lot of young kids in Romania and stuff like that. And that's actually where I found out about NFTs at the time. They were like the buzz, It was like everybody was talking about NFTs, and I was like too busy building my course and, like promoting it and blah, 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 that I didn't get into NFTs. And when I actually got into NFTs, I dropped out of TikTok completely because I got on Discord, and I love Discord since the first moment. Like the community aspect of Web3, I think it's best characterized by Discord, especially in an NFT sense. A lot of crypto people, they're also on Telegram, mostly like a token or coin traders. But NFTs literally lived on Discord, and it was a great place to meet with people from all over the world. Like I have friendships since like my first servers that I joined, just because it was such a great community. Like I have friendships from all over the world, people in America, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Philippines, and everywhere. No matter the background, no matter everything, this thing, crypto NFTs brought us together into this Discord server. And of course, we were talking about crypto-related stuff, but also about life stuff. As soon as we got onto voice chat, which is a feature that Discord has, you can stay and talk for hours until 3 a.m. with these people that you just meet. Slightly grinding for whitelists, but also you find out all of their personal stories. And I actually started to help build communities after that. Like I even made my own project at some point, but after that I started to get hired as a consultant to actually help other people and other companies create the same type of communities. And I've helped communities, several communities reach like over 50,000 members. Some communities reach over like 100,000 members. And that's why I think like Discord is a great platform, specifically for crypto. Maybe for some other thing, but other people beg to differ. But for crypto, definitely amazing.
Amazing. I don't have a social media strategy. I have an anti-social media strategy.
I knew that was coming.
I went in, and first thing I did is I deleted my Instagram because it's toxic. I deleted Twitter because it is full of absolutely horrible people. I even deleted my Snapchat because people were getting mad because they're like, Snapchat. I'm just going to get rid of it because I don't want to waste my time looking at garbage and what my friends eat.
Never had Snapchat.
Right?
Who has Snapchat? Hold on a second. In the audience, who has Snapchat? Raise your hand. Has.
Nobody.
Right. Who has used Snapchat? Raise your hands. The same number. Oh, why did you get off? It was like half the audience put their hands up and haven't used, but no one's using it now. You are a trendsetter, my man.
Yeah, no, the first thing you do is you delete social media. You get all of your time back, okay? Second thing you do is you do something with that time. Fantastic. It was so great. So then I realized there's too many people scamming people in crypto in Bali, so I just started talking about it. in a private event that nobody's allowed to come to unless they're invited by a person who attended the event. I started with 2 people, and they just invited people, okay? It was in the middle of like Chapaka, so you have to drive outside of Canggu, so all the idiots wouldn't even have time to drive out there because it's too far. It's too far away for me to go 20 minutes away to learn how to do crypto. It's fantastic. So it was all just like smart, wise people who live life, who have time on, and I made it 11 a.m. on a Wednesday to make sure that if you're not up to your shit, you can't even make it, okay? Locked it. And then I started a Telegram community, locked, private. You can't find the links. It's not posted anywhere. I reluctantly made a website and never put any of these links on there. I just started telling people how to play the game. Not which coins to buy, how to play the game. And people started adding, it was so much value to them, and it was exclusive. So people were like, you gotta go to this event, this guy's telling you how to play the game, how to not lose all your money, and I focused on how to not lose your money, not make money. We don't care about making money. If you don't lose your money, you will make money by mistake, right? So then a community grew around me because I was talking about things which you're not allowed to talk about on social media, right? Yeah. I could point out a few things, really sharp, pointy things that I could point out that you're not allowed to talk about, and a bunch of other things, and I just let it rip. And the people who were getting that so then through the Telegram community, the people who were getting that content were sharing it with their people in other secret Telegram communities, and they were saying, hey, this guy's telling the truth, which other people refuse to tell because they're about YouTube followers and stuff. People started paying me to consult with them and build wealth plans. Then I started helping people escape countries in the middle of a little event that just happened recently, I don't know if you guys can remember, where people wanted to escape countries and their wealth was stuck, so I started helping them move their wealth. Then projects came to me and went, wow, we really love what you're doing and we would love for you to help us with projects. And I went, okay, great, fantastic. I will help you if you can figure out a way to find my Telegram community. And there's no other way for you to contact me. You will never find my WhatsApp number. Projects came, we started tokenizing mines, we started tokenizing farms, we started tokenizing real world assets and wealth. Governments saw that and they were like, this is great, we can't find you, you seem like exactly the way governments operate and we would love for you to come advise us on how to do this stuff. And I was like, fantastic CIA, thank you so much, I will be right there. You've been listening to me the whole time, thank you so much, you know me better than anybody. And yeah, I don't even know why I'm on this panel. You guys did not check my social media, did you?
Honestly, I thought you were on YouTube.
We couldn't even find him. We were looking, but we couldn't even find him, right?
We wanted like a real celebrity.
Yeah,
we got it.
That's why we put him in the middle.
No, but that's
We're gonna give him a crown at the end of the event.
Being famous sucks. Being famous sucks, right? So then
I'm gonna show you later his Telegram, so you can bother him.
The only one I have is LinkedIn. Because that's where the real people are who are up to some shit. You know, having 1 million YouTube followers does nothing for me. With 1,000 people in this community and 171 caring souls, we put millions of dollars into projects. And we're building world-changing shit in the background and not releasing it to VCs because they don't even know where to find us, right? So, but now I'm gonna join Bruno's boot camp to learn how to do LinkedIn because I'm not using it properly. And now my team is like...
I promise you, I'm gonna help you.
Now that we're all broke, my team is like, hey, how about we go on to Instagram? That's a good fit. And now our YouTube channel is gonna be coming online, and then somebody's gonna sign up for Twitter, and then they're gonna go on there, and then in Discord and stuff, so...
Can you feel the pain?
That's...
like he's shrinking in front of your eyes, right? You see that, Right.
Social media literally hurts more than crypto dropping off of a cliff, so... I will do it now. Hopefully you guys can find me.
So, first off, I'm starting to forget what the initial question was.
Look, I think, or you go with the flow.
Okay.
You just follow Sim.
So what social media am I on and why? I think, you know, a lot of what I do is all about curation above all, right? So similar to Sim, all my communities are all exclusive. You know, you can't get in unless you know me, unless I believe in you, unless I trust what you do. If I wouldn't put my reputation on the line for your project, you're not in there anyway, right? So that's the first piece. Personally, I chose Twitter because that's where I can typically find my target audience, which are founders in Web3, who are the most active there. That's where they spend 80% of their time if they're on social media, right? So with everything that I do, you know, despite enjoying public speaking, I'm not exactly the kind of guy who's going to take lots of photos. I forget. I'm too busy in the moment living it, right? So Instagram's not for me. I'm also not going to sit there talking to camera by myself. I like people, right? But I do write. So for me, Twitter works really well, and that's why I chose it. From Twitter, I then go and literally headhunt people, and I've put them into my Discord, which is 450 of the most brilliant Web3 minds all across the world. And similar to Sim, with just that amount of just that amount of people, we're able to raise millions of dollars for projects. We're able to run pretty huge events all around the world, and we're having a lot of fun.
Okay, so I'm not much of a social media person either. It would be difficult to say Telegram was my choice of community building, basically. What we did was basically meeting up with people. So on-site meeting, yeah, same old, like meeting at each other's houses. It was COVID. It was not allowed to make any events. It was not even an event when we were doing that. So I did like announce one thing, which we were calling a Bitcoin event at that time, which saved my life personally a couple of times, so including getting stuck on an island. So I thought, like, I need to meet more crypto people when it survived COVID, basically. So then we needed somewhere to keep the contact, and we needed somewhere to talk in-depth conversation. One thing that was mainly always an issue, when you go to a networking event, you just like it's almost like a speed dating. It's almost a race of how many Telegram and Twitter contact you can collect in a given time, kind of thing. So what we were doing, it was like almost 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., which COVID helped to that. Like, we had nothing else to do. We were just going deep and deeper into conversations and getting into in-depth conversations. And that's why we had the need to go on with those discussions, and also online researches and everything. So we had that need to write about and continue, like, follow up the discussions we had before. And dive deep into technological talks, business-related talks, crypto, profession, because the community was, our initial group of friends were generally crypto professionals. So during that time, WhatsApp obviously was not even an option. And I'll tell you, like, just to give, like, compare some features. There's a limit of people you can add there. It's now encrypted, but it's not open source. Telegram is an open source platform. It's the first end-to-end encrypted platform, which means you can actually check if this code does what it promises. So for crypto people, crypto professionals who really like to share, like, insights and sometimes some comments that shows how much more or less their net worth is, it was important to have that private chat, basically. And there's no character restriction. You can just go on, like, encyclopedic in your comments. And we were just, like, having hours and hours of chats. So eventually that turned out to be our community platform channel. And now we have more than 1,700 crypto professionals in the community, international community. And it was a complementary tool for our on-site events, basically. Yeah, that's why.
Awesome. So, brother, it seems that except those two, nobody wanted to be on social.
I know.
I think we put the wrong panel together.
I know. Like
this panel?
This panel sucks. No, it doesn't. It's a great panel. It's a great panel.
It's a balanced panel.
You know, yin yang. We cannot have everybody that is so crazy about it.
No. To answer that question quickly, so for me, I was probably in between pretty much most people what you've said. So I was a person who was completely offline. So for many years, I built communities around nightclubs, right? Sydney, at the age of, I think, 22, I had like almost 17,000 numbers in my phone. I remembered 80% of them. And I was not on Facebook when Facebook was just about to come out. And so it came, it went, I still wasn't on it, right? This is a repeating trend, by the way, if you haven't noticed. And it was one friend, a guy called Grant Lewis, who was known as Little Tony. So Tony Robbins used to go on tour with Tony. He used to talk to the kids, and Tony used to talk to the adults, right? Grant Lewis. One conversation with me, and what he showed me was that, look, Rob, all the things that you do now, right? The personal interaction, I believe in inspiration is a fundamental essence of me, and I love to inspire and bring great things together. All of these things you can do utilizing that was Facebook. Once that conversation happened, then within a week I joined and I was at 5,000 and beyond. However, here's the thing, like, I get what Sim's saying, right? I get about the exclusivity. We have different friends at Illumide. We have lots of people here who do this exclusive thing, right? We also know about social proof. So if you go to someone's Instagram, they've got 1 million followers, you instantly have this idea that these guys are great at what they do. Are they? Yeah, we'll see. But the point is, so where I am is I'm a late adopter of technology. I wish I was sooner than what I am. Natasha, you said, everyone wished they joined Bitcoin like last year. That was me, still is. So I use these platforms, but here's the thing. I'm still kind of searching for the platform, which I think is the one that I will really go all in on. And I haven't necessarily found that yet. But I use most of them, as you said in the beginning, and we'll get to LinkedIn afterwards. But yeah, I do understand and appreciate the value of spreading powerful, important messages on platforms which allow you to reach millions of people. And that's what I'm all about. So
it's all about value at the end. The value that you're going to share with the people that are following you. Like, for example, my story, I'm not on neither of all these social platforms. I don't use Discord, I don't use TikTok, I don't use Facebook, I don't use Instagram, rarely, just because she's forcing me sometimes to post something. I don't use Telegram. I always have as well this thing that I've never been able to use social. I like to live the moment, like you said. But last year I quit my job, and when I quit my job, I decided that I wanted to bet everything on my passion, and my passion was blockchain technology. I wanted to be involved in this. I wanted to become an expert to prove that I knew what I was talking about. So I started to think, and I said, what I'm gonna do? And I thought about using Facebook or Instagram, but I don't have the power to spend the whole day recording myself, talking with the camera, saying what I did during the day, what I ate, what I didn't do. I cannot do it. It's too much for me. So I decided to use a platform that could have proved that I'm good as a professional. And I started to use LinkedIn. And when I started to use LinkedIn, a lot of people think that LinkedIn is a platform for boomer, for old people. This is like the main conception that a lot of people want to tell you.
Because the people with the money?
You know what is the thing?
It's not
is
wrong.
that LinkedIn, it's difficult to use. It's difficult for make the algorithm making you excel on this platform, for everybody to see your value. How many of you are using LinkedIn? They're doing a post. You see, a lot of people. I bet that you do a post and what happened? You have maybe 5, 6 likes, 10 likes. You keep posting and you hope that your engagement is gonna grow. You have that number of followers that are basically your colleagues or people that you know, but they're always staying the same. You are never growing. And I decided instead to use LinkedIn in a proper way. And actually my results have been unbelievable. In just 6 months, I went from 300 followers to 10,000. But these 10,000 are all real people, are people with who I interact every day, people that are writing me. And these have created and give me so much, so many occasions. Every day I'm receiving job opportunity, possibility of collaboration, partnership, invitation to speak to online and offline event. And I see that LinkedIn, it's more real than all the other. Nothing wrong against the other. But I'm seeing that on Instagram, you can buy followers, what is happening is that you can have 1 million follower and maybe 800,000 of those are bought. Then you make a post and you have 300 reaction. I have 1,000 follower, I make 300 reactions in a bit. So I see that there is a lot of scam, there is a lot of bot, there is a lot of paid action. While instead on LinkedIn, you need to be real, you need to give value to people. If you don't show value, people are not gonna give a shit about you. People are not gonna engage with you. You need to promote something. And if you do it in the right way, you can even convert this follower into people that are willing to buy your services because they see that you are an expert. A lot of people, what they do, they just send cold message. Basically, they go to knock on every door and say, buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. But when people sell you something, what do? You just delete it right away because you don't want people to tell you what do you have to buy. But instead, if you are proving that you are good in something, they're gonna get back to you and they're gonna tell you, hey, can you help me? I see that you posted about this. I see that you have knowledge about this. Give me something, help me. And you're gonna see that LinkedIn actually is working, or at least for me, for the way I'm using it, I see that it's actually working. So
well,
now,
I'll give you my LinkedIn story, right? Being as antisocial as I am, I had my LinkedIn profile, I'm on there, you know, it's been optimized, it has all the stuff that I'm doing on there and stuff. I literally just had to add one guy. Right, I met him at the Jakarta conference, and I add him on LinkedIn. He's from the Global Blockchain Business Council. He liked what I was talking about, so he was like, "Hey, come to this dinner," right? Just because I added him and he checked out my profile. Went to a dinner in Singapore for the Global Blockchain Business Council, and it is literally the SEC, Financial Action Task Force, Monetary Authority of Singapore, Abu Dhabi regulator. Ripple is on my left. Coinbase is on my right, Chainalysis is here, BSI Bank is sitting behind us. Just the who's who of who's who that you would want to meet. Just had to add one right person, and then they were like, oh, we like your jokes. I think you should be our ambassador for the Global Blockchain Business Council. I was like, what do I get in return? They're like, we will get you contacts to any player in the game and any government you want. I was like, man, LinkedIn's, it's all right. It's half decent.
You see, you found value that otherwise maybe on Telegram, Twitter, I don't know if you.
But it came from adding value, right? It came from.
In written text.
Pardon?
You're not that funny in written text, that's why.
That hurt.
It's because I'm not writing it. ChatGPT is. Who the hell writes written text today?
ChatGPT,
You
that
have
was
not
coming.
been programmed to be funny.
I will tell him to be funny, or her to be funny, or it
All
to
right,
be funny.
we're going to stick with his questions. Otherwise, we're never going to get through this interview. I can tell. So next question, brother Bruno. All right. So we've been through what are your objectives when using this platform. We asked that question.
Let's go with this one.
Yeah. Okay. So what are your objectives from using the platform that you mentioned before? We go to Natasha, and we'll work our way through in order.
I mean, as you all said, using Instagram and stuff, it's like you need to post a lot and what you eat and what you do, and you go in stories like 9-11 times per day. And I mean, the first objective, like you don't do it if you don't like it. I guess I'm a rare person here who really loves it, and I really love people that follows me. It's not only one way that I give value and they just receive it, but there also been 100 of times when I ask for some suggestion, advices, and people are always happy to help. And when we moved here in Bali, I found that some people know me here, and that was like amazing. So the first one is, yes, you need to love what you do. I mean, if you don't like Instagram, that you don't use it. The second, I guess, another value that I found being a crypto influencer, that you can help crypto projects. I don't take sponsor ads, like I don't get money and I don't recommend anyone for money, but if I like the project and I like the team and they're doing something different from everyone else does, with all my heart, I would like speak about them, explain what they do, and I would just gonna make a link to their community Discord or Telegram. And this is great because this is how crypto project can build their communities. Because if there are no influencers, how do you build a community if you don't know anyone, right? And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it.
Beautiful.
Cosmo. Ready?
Cosmo. Now, just because I know there's a lot of us here, and I want to also have questions from the audience, so maybe choose the one most important objective. So over to you, Cosmo.
Okay. So the most important objective, I think, is like receiving value and also reciprocating with value. As individuals, we're like social creatures. I think that's the reason why social media was invented, is to fill in this gap, especially as we become like more and more alone as we go through life and as we like live life, or maybe we have like friends in the real world that we also see online. But lately it became, and I think everybody can say that, towards where like you don't, other than sim only meets people in real life, but for most of us it's like we meet like really valuable people online, and then we can really connect with those people, because as you go through life and like your values change, there's a lot of people, like the people that you grew up with, like they don't necessarily matter anymore, because you're looking to extract like what's really interesting to you. That's why like Bruno loves LinkedIn, that's why I love Discord, that's why everybody loves their different social platforms, because like you're able to actually connect with the people that like truly interest you and that you can offer value to and can offer value back to you. I think that's the most important objective for me.
So first of all, I'm just kidding, right? I'm just joking about all this stuff. Instagram has a special place in my heart, because I was watching Instagram in Canada with minus 30-degree weather, watching just the beautiful beaches and the beautiful rolling hills and the beautiful Russians, and I was just like, I want to be here for the beaches and the rolling hills only. And so it has a special place, right? It helps a lot of people in a lot of places.
Number one objective.
The rice paddies, specifically, right? Sunsets. So my objective is to manifest a new world that I want, not this toxic bullshit world that chases money all the time. And now I'm gonna go on every single social media platform. If I have to dance on TikTok for 30 seconds, I'm a good dancer. I'll pop that shit out, no problem. Okay, so my objective is to create change in people's lives in a way that it's wholesome, right? So whichever platform I need to go on and whatever I need to do on that, I will do that.
Love it, my brother. Love it.
So I'm going to just stick to your question. Objective is very simple. Identify founders who we could help and help them. That's it. Short and sweet.
Thank you, my brother. Short and sweet. Clap for Ty.
Compensated all of us. So, okay, I take that question in two ways. So, what I really liked about our Telegram community is to go to a platform. And also this has to do with Bali specifically, because you don't know who are you going to meet in Bali. Like that person next to you with flip-flops can be the CEO of the biggest company and like your role model. Like there you go. So S21 is one of those communities for crypto where you can go and ask, is there anyone from Pinto? Is there anyone from Toko Crypto? Is there anyone from Indodax? Is there anyone from MetaMask? And there is someone. And the importance of it, we are no longer the encyclopedia reader communities. If anyone holds an actual book, it's like congratulations. That's no longer a thing, right? We are just scrolling, and there's like a little few sentences on Instagram or like on Facebook, and you like it and you pass. Like it's not really like we're taking notes and we are learning. And Wikipedia and like projects, it actually created a new way of learning and engaging with the online communities. But I really care about Telegram when that person, the founder of a project, can give you their own insights, knowing that they're actually involved in this industry more than like 10 years or something. And when you're dealing with something technical, they can actually, on real time, they can give you support. I think for crypto professionals, it's very important because crypto is generally very tech-heavy, and you cannot possibly cover everything. It's just so fast, and learning from each other's experiences was at the heart of the community, basically. The most important goal, is to look at it and basically define the community's issues. Like there are a lot of scammers. It's very hard to believe the profiles. You don't really, like, if that person is not working for Google or Amazon or that and this, it's very hard to understand if that person is saying the truth, even if they're tagged there. So, like, these are the technological advancements now we are trying to solve through blockchain and Web3. These are the important problems to define and then come up with answers as a community engagement and networking facilitator. So there lies a couple of $100,000 businesses. That's it.
Thanks, Sister Mel. So for me, connection, contribution from which you derive an income. That's me. Brother Bruno, over to you.
For me, it's just to give value to people. The more value you bring, the better you are going to see that the world is becoming, and the better people are going to perceive who you really are and what you're really doing in this space. Let's just cut the bullshit.
Yeah.
Can I put you on the spot real quick?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm all ready.
Because I feel like a lot of people, especially in NFTs and crypto, we use the word utility a lot, so I like that you're using value. That's great. I think more people understand that word. But I think that word's thrown around everywhere as well. So I'd be really interested, your personal take, how do you even define value?
So value, you can define it in different way. It can be knowledge. It can be sharing an experience. It can be giving help to somebody that is looking for it. Like motivation as well. Like it can be different way. You're right. Value right now is a word that you can hear in a lot of places. But giving value, it means basically helping other. Because we are all looking for help. It can be help for looking for a job, help for founding founder, helping for doing whatever. We all need help. Sometimes we are just maybe too much scared to ask for help, but we are going to be surprised in seeing that if we just ask for help, people are just going to get back to us so much. I did a post once. One of my first posts was just about asking for help. I was just saying that I was scared to ask for help, but I was like, I want to ask for help to all the people that are following me. Please give me some help in some way. I'm asking for help. You cannot imagine, I had more than 400, 500 people that wrote me, telling me, I want to help you in whatever way, helping you growing, giving you visibility, helping you in promoting stuff. I received help from one guy in Italy, and right now, with this guy, we are building a project that is going to have like a national importance level for creating like a certificate that is going to promote factories and business in Italy that are producing products that are 100% made in Italy. And all of this started from this post.
Nice.
So value is improving somebody's life.
And
That's
just
if you figure out a way to improve somebody's life, they pay you for it.
Yeah.
If you improve 1 billion people's lives, they pay you $1 billion for it.
Love it. And just to quickly, before we move on to the next question now, I'm speeding us along because I don't want people to just listen to us. I want them to ask questions. So when I said connection, contribution from which you derive value, it's on that frequency. So I don't give that to get that. By giving that, that comes. Boom. Next question over to you. Yeah.
Give unconditionally for receiving without even asking.
Love unconditionally, my love.
In this case, we are
Love
giving.
unconditionally and watch what the universe does for you. Like this, it gives you a chest massage.
All right.
Just like
Please,
that.
hug him for me.
All right.
It's too far
I
from
can
me.
see where this is going. So we're going to get back to this question. Next one. So why do you believe the platform that you've chosen is superior to the others for cryptocurrency-related content?
Look, I want to go back to what Melissa said before. She said it's difficult to know who people are. Like, you don't know if they are scam, you don't know if they are bot, you don't know if they are fake. My example on LinkedIn, you can see who people are. You can see their background. If they're not sharing, probably there is something that they're hiding. But the people who are sharing their value, they're sharing who they work for, what they did in the past, what did they study, in which way they are interacting. You can go in their activity and you can see everything that they're posting with every person that they wrote a comment or put a like. So you can see who people are. And I think that this is the power of LinkedIn, that you can see that people are really real and what is that they are giving to other and what is their capabilities.
So I think it can work like both way. The way number one, you choose the platform that you're in love with. For example, for me, Instagram. And then you just stay there and try to find your people. The option number two, as a business, you think, where is my targeting audience? Is it LinkedIn or people who are in crypto, in gaming, they already on Discord or YouTube, etc. So you go from where is your audience and then you choose the platform. Because me, the first story, I guess the best thing about Instagram is really a possibility to show your everyday life and through your everyday content to give value to people.
Real influencer, huh? There was a thunderstorm, she didn't even blink.
All right, brother Cosmin. So
amazing. So
you got a question?
Yeah. I actually think that Discord is way superior than all the other social platforms for community building, especially in crypto, because the way you can set up your community. So you can like make it into like different sections based on like interest, based on, like you can restrict it to certain people that have certain tokens. You can like have like different type of roles that you can offer to people, which is something that like any other platform is lacking, Like for example, like Instagram or like TikTok even is like you communicate to your audience and your audience can like very rarely communicate back. On Telegram, it's like everything is in like one place. So if you have like 20,000 people or whatever, it's hard to manage that community. Plus the roles experience is like, like it's amazing. The fact, like for people that are first comers, they can get a role. For people that are, I don't know, they're buying their first course or whatever, they can get a different role. So the role structure is like very important, especially if you want to offer like certificates or like, let's say like community validation, for example, it's like, hey, this person has been really helpful, or he's like a verified expert, or he's like, part of the team, or here's like this and that, which is like something you don't really find on any other platform, and which is why I think like Discord can really thrive. And it's been thriving in these crypto communities. It's because of all of the ways that you can set up a Discord community, be it big or small. Like for a small community, it's not necessarily that helpful because it splits up the people in like different ways. But for a big community, like it's really helpful to have all of these things. So, like on LinkedIn, you can verify them by looking on your profile. On Discord, let's say you can verify them by like looking at their roles or something like that. There are a lot of different ways, but I think Discord is great. Like I live and die by that.
Brother Sim?
Yeah, for me, like, I work with beginners. So what I realized is the people getting scammed the most are the baby boomers and the older generations, and they need the most amount of help to actually be onboarded into this. Plus, they have all the money, right? And that's what's going to make this whole process work. So they're not on any social media platforms. So I chose in person because we have hugs. That's why we are superior, because we have hugs. None of your platforms allow hugs.
Ty, over to you. Over to you, mate. You got a question?
No question. Just the superior platform for me, I think, I don't know if there's a superior platform, but for what I'm passionate about, like a lot of what crypto and Web3 is about for me is they're ideas, right? The idea of decentralization, the idea of bringing ideas themselves to the top, right? With pseudonymous identities now, you can put two people together who wouldn't usually be able to sit in the same room, but they can have discourse and they can talk and they can work through massive pain points. And this has now been shown with augmented reality, where they put two people who had been feuding for 6 years, they put them in a room and got them to talk about this project and this problem. And they did it and they did it. They went on for like 3 hours, and then they realized they had so much more in common than they ever would have thought. Their like armor came down, and they became great friends, only to be revealed later that they'd had bad blood for 6 years. And I think that's huge, right? So for me, I like platforms that allow that. LinkedIn, you can kind of judge each other. You can kind of be like, oh yeah, this guy's got a track record, this guy doesn't. But I come from a background of homelessness myself, and it took me a year to find anybody willing to give me an opportunity in Australia at the age of 20. When that first person gave me an opportunity, 14 months later, I had generated 1.4 million in revenue for his company. And so there are so many people out there with no qualifications, no network, no certifications, no experience, but they have massive untapped potential and great ideas. So I'm always looking for places to find those people. So for me, that's Twitter and Discord.
And just before we get to Mel, yeah, so I did an interview with Ty, one-on-one, beautiful interview. So if you want to see and hear more about his story, go to that. So Speak Up Monday on Instagram, but no, best one is on YouTube. Instagram on YouTube, go Speak Up Monday. Playlist is Speak Up Monday, and you'll find the interview, right, out of the 300 interviews or so we've done. Brilliant interview, really good respect. Over to you. Thank you, Sister Mel. So you remember the question, or should I restate it? You got it.
So I think the only superiority of Telegram over Discord is maybe the access. More people have Telegram. Discord is a little bit more geeky version of it. It's a server, and you have endless opportunities. It's an amazing community management tool. But everybody has Telegram eventually. So, and it's like sometimes Discord can be overwhelming. It's more like the business's choices. But I definitely agree with Natasha. It's really, you need to know what you're doing, like, and why you're doing, what's the target audience. Maybe crypto, okay, Discord is the best option for that. But if you're doing online or like LinkedIn, if you cannot really make sure the people if they're going to be truthful about what their backgrounds, that can be it. But if you are running, for instance, an offline events bi-weekly, then that might not be your problem. So you can actually like choose a more mainstream version of something, which Telegram is one of that. But I want to also highlight what Cosmos said about the community. What we are talking about, Web3 community, is a very specific thing. I think the superiority of of any medium coming with like Discord and Telegram it shows itself when we are talking about the reciprocity. You're not someone streaming in YouTube or on Instagram or Facebook. There's a constant reciprocal conversation going on these channels, and that's why we are talking a little bit more Web3 specific communities and interactions, basically. So I think that would be the best way to define what's the best thing to do with your community if you're specifically building something for crypto and blockchain professionals.
Thank you very much. So as you can see, we have, if you don't know everyone up here, phenomenal people, phenomenal brain, heart, soul, and spirit running through. I'm sure you feel it, right? It's a spirit running through. I love this. Get little goose pimples. So I really want to rush through these questions so you can have your questions. And the way we'll do this is in about 10 minutes, if we can reach it, it'll be over to you. Maybe we'll take 4 or 5 questions or so. They'll be on camera. So if you have a question that you don't want to be on camera, after that, we'll have another opportunity. We'll switch off the cameras, and then you can have maybe some private questions with everyone up here. And obviously before that, Bruno will have a few minutes towards the end to explain something that's really cool. So knowing that, keeping this in mind, I reckon we skip to the last question because we sort of answered the other ones anyway. So, okay. We've done the scam bots, we've done that, we've done so much.
Maybe I have one.
One, you go.
Somebody wants to share a story, an anecdote, something that happened to them through the sim. You gotta keep it short.
Should we limit sim to 1 minute?
Whatever. It can be a positive experience, a negative experience.
I've been making short so I can do everything in 1 minute.
Something that happened to you through the social network that you are using every day.
Bruno, love it. So what we'll do, everybody here, all right, 1 minute, think of a story. We'll start with Sim because he's got a story ready.
We can do like Gil, maybe. Somebody can count the 1 minute.
Don't worry. I've got it. So 1 minute each. Then after that, we'll go to questions, right? And then we'll give value that way. Brother man.
My story is of a woman that heard me speak, and she came up and she started crying. And she said, You spoke about going and finding freedom for myself, not just for myself, but for my kids in the place that would allow them to prosper in a future that apparently is uncertain. I had been offered some land in South America, and I'm in Bali, and I'm scared to go there. But when you said my kids, I realized no matter what it takes, I will go to that land and single-handedly build a community to make sure my kids will never have to be slaves in the system again. And then I started crying, and then we just had a cry off. And it's the manifestation of everything I live for.
Love it. My brother.
Amazing.
Man, okay, and you know what? We still got 15 seconds left, but don't
So then she was like, "Hey, what about like you got a Twitter or something?"
Damn it!
Oh my God, yeah, amazing, amazing. So I was in a Discord voice chat, because Discord also has that feature where you can just chill with people in voice chats until like 4 a.m. It was about like 3 a.m. in Romania, and this other person from like across the world, in like Canada or something, said they're going to the store to get some sweets. And it was 3 a.m. and like I was like, sweets at 3 a.m. sound amazing. I don't do that anymore, but you know, like I don't eat sugar after 12. But back in the day I did, so I started craving sweets, and I told him about these Sour Patch Kids. There's like these amazing sweets in America called Sour Patch Kids. If you've never had Sour Patch Kids, you should try them, right? So I tell him, he's like, man, give me some of that Sour Patch Kids, I love them. And he's like, yo, what, really? Yeah. So he goes to the store, gets some Sour Patch Kids, and sends them to me from America to Romania, just because I told him at like 3 a.m. randomly, get me some of that Sour Patch Kids. And it was amazing. He sent me like 10 different kinds. I've never had them before. I did a video like recording me like trying all these amazing Sour Patch Kids. And I've never met this person in my life. Like we were just chilling in a room, in the chat room once, 3 a.m. Amazing, amazing.
We're at the minute. Beautiful. Natasha, would you like to go next, or we go to Ty? Oh, that's okay. All right, we keep it going. Brother Ty, over to you.
Okay, as I said before, I'm always about ideas, big ideas, things that are going to potentially disrupt and change the world, right? So I was sitting there. Really quickly, though, show of hands, how many of you played with any AI tools? Okay.
Everyone.
How many of you have seen deepfake videos? Okay. So I was sitting there. This is in Sydney. Caveat, anybody listening, I was pretty blazed, okay? I was smoking some weed. And this Jordan Peterson came on screen, or so I thought it was Jordan Peterson, and he started talking, and I was like, I've never seen this. I feel like I've seen all his interviews, but this is new, and he's talking about something that he wouldn't normally talk about, and he's saying some pretty controversial things. And I'm going, would he really say that? And then there's a disclaimer at the bottom of the video saying this was generated by deepfake technologies. All words were written by AI, and this is not real. I was completely floored because I was sitting there, okay, I was a little bit high, but it looked real, right? Now, here's where crypto comes in. I think this is important. I'm short of time, but social and crypto, we haven't talked about that part yet. The future with AI is getting really, really interesting. We're going to need decentralized identity. We're going to need verification that the person posting is really the person posting, and that's where it all starts to come into play. That's where and we haven't even talked about it yet, but there's Discover, there's Deso, there's BitClout, there's all these decentralized social media platforms where you own your own data, okay? You start with $50 for free, or at least you used to a year ago on my BitClout. That $50, I never took it out, turned into $17,000 just from people investing in me as a person on that platform. So instead of clicking likes, which means shit all for you, except the algorithm, every time someone goes on your profile, bear in mind, it's a pretty shitty platform still, okay? But as they continue to build it and people reiterate and build better ones, the likes become investments in you. Or you find a musician and nobody knows who it is. You go, I'm putting $50 on this guy because I know he's going to be bigger next year. That's it. That's my 2 minutes. Love it. My turn to go a little bit long.
No, but listen, I will donate my minute to you, my brother. It's all good.
This is going to be like giving hard times to Robert's session almost. But we once organized a nationwide riot in Turkey on social media, basically. So I'm from Turkey, and it was 2013, very similar, like at the times cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin was emerging, basically, getting more and more popular. When we are talking about now and it's like being super critical about Generation Z, and it's like, oh, they're always on their phones and everything, but that invention actually, couple of times, not only in Turkey, in Egypt, in so many places, in Tahrir, prevented what we would call normally holocausts. People streaming live during the riots, during the student revolts, and it actually proved what we can do when we are truly united. Normally, there's this discrepancy between the information we can have from the mainstream media and social media, Instagram, Twitter, decentralize that information distribution, basically. We no longer are doomed to one-sided, biased, central authority regulated information. And I think cryptos obviously work very well with that. So each time we're being critical, it's important to understand what it actually did by itself, like just being like a streaming channel on your mobile phone, like which was not even there like for, like, I mean, not how long it's been, 20 years or something, it's been around probably. So we fundraised also, lived in an occupied park in the middle of the whole town for 1 month. Then we got kicked out like brutally, but it's worth it. We saved the whole park in Turkey, in Istanbul, and a couple of kids died. It changed all of our lives. And it's really important to understand the power of the alternative of a mass media and the information channel. So I think it's not funny, but sorry, like it's
don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. It's extremely valid. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you. So if you have to share, if not, we go to questions. It's okay. Over to you.
Only if you have to.
My story is not so powerful, all of yours. The snack, the love, deep fake, more emotional and rivals inside. Mine, as I told you, I use LinkedIn as a professional platform. So I have this side business at some point to create an incubator that is going to help especially Web2 project to embark into Web3. And thanks to LinkedIn, I get the possibility of having a conversation of 1.5 hours with the guy that invented the incubator. The guy's name is Tom Mancuso. He's from Buffalo, New York. And I wrote to him saying, man, I want to create an incubator. I would like to ask for some advice. I never thought he was going to reply to me. He got back to me. We got on a phone call. We were supposed to stay on a call for 15 minutes. We've been for 1.5 hours. He shared with me so much value and suggestions. And still now, every day he's writing me and say, Bruno, keep me updated. I love what you're doing. Keep doing it. I love you guys. And the guy's like 75 years old. And amazing.
Love it, man. Love it. Natasha, do you have anything? Yeah? No? Yes, good? Okay, so so we'll take the mic that Bruno has in his hand. We'll share these other two. So we're going to come to you. Just raise your hand. Now, thank you. You got a few over here. Up to you which order. What I would say as a quick caveat is that when you're asking a question, for now, please, direct it to someone, not for the panel. Otherwise, we'll be here till tomorrow, right? We haven't got that time. So just choose a person that you feel is the best person to answer your question. If you don't know, that's okay. We can decide amongst ourselves. So Bruno, Natasha, Cosmin, Sim, Brother Tai, Mel, okay? In case you don't know the names. Over to you, Brother D.
Blue-haired king of the Smurfs. All right, my 100% use case.
Microphone closer to you, brother.
My 100% use case on Instagram is Ubud on acid. My 96% use case for Discord is writing to AI engines, and I'm getting really good at prompt engineering. So hundreds of hours learning it, but I speak to Discord in machine language. How do you see the future of that rolling into 2023?
Yeah, thank you. That's a very deep question, because the way AI can impact our lives is going to be huge. And it's been integrated into Discord for quite some time now. ChatGPT just came out, but before that, you could definitely write prompts to AI, especially in the visual departments. Like there've been for like a year, chatbots that basically create pictures for you and that have been helping. We've even had contests in communities like whoever can create, given a given prompt, great, like the greatest meme or the greatest picture in the Discord communities. Now, I think moving forward, the ability to use this collectively, the ability to not only have conversations or like somebody, if they can train on the way you talk and they can talk for you, including something like community management. So like if somebody asks a question and then like that question is in like some kind of database, like the AI can definitely pull it out, especially against like scams and stuff like that. Recognizing a lot of text, like I think is going to be like hugely valuable. And also having all kinds of helpers, automated helpers for the community. Like I like to look at AI in a good way, right? A lot of people are really scared of it. Of course, it can be really powerful in a very damaging way. But I think it would be very good for us to actually like use it for good. And I think there's a lot of good it can do for us in a community aspect on Discord, even on Telegram. Maybe not so much on other like social medias, but where we can conversate on Reddit, it's been used like very greatly. Maybe on LinkedIn. Yeah, even on Twitter, I've seen somebody write like the best post of their life that was with like the most reactions and stuff that was generated by AI. But I think we can use it to like great good in a community aspect, in the crypto aspect, and in everything. I hope so, at least.
Great question. Microphone over to your left. Yeah, Isaac, you had a question, yeah? All right, cool. I remember, so name the person who you'd like to answer the question, yeah? Give me 1 second. Is microphone good?
Does it work? Yeah. My question is for Robert. Sorry.
I was about to say, I know Isaac. It's like, man, I'm over here, brother. Why are you looking over there?
Sorry about that.
I mean, we look similar, my Italian brother from a different mother, but come on, man. Sorry, back to normal.
Okay, my question is for you, Bruno. You said that you got excellent results reaching a LinkedIn account in six months, adding value. Yeah. So how could you explain this add value in a following strategy day a day? What could you recommend to post for growing a LinkedIn account as soon as possible? But
I got you.
Well done. Yeah.
I got you.
Okay. Thank you.
Good question. So what is the thing? Is that you have to think LinkedIn is becoming your brand identity, okay? So through LinkedIn, you are going to express who you are. So the first thing that you need to do on LinkedIn is to create your perfect LinkedIn profile. So this means a good profile picture, a good banner that is saying what you're doing, a good description, a good info where you are explaining what is that you are doing. If it is a professional platform, you are basically selling something, some kind of services. It can be consultant or services through your company. All this information need to be explained in your profile. Then when you post what you are doing, you are giving value by identifying, first of all, who is your targeted audience. So this means people that can be interested in buying your services. And the question that you need to ask, the first one is, in which way you are going to solve their problem. And then every time that you are making a post, you are creating value in terms that you are explaining what is this problem that you are solving by creating a kind of personal story. Because you need to be real on LinkedIn. This is the thing. You cannot invent things that you did or that you wanted to do. You always got to put a storytelling that is telling who you are, what you're doing, what are your values, and being consistent. So make sure that your voice is always the same. And another little trick it can be to interact with the follower of your competitors by giving them value, so that they stop to follow them and they start to follow you. And in the moment, at the end, it's all marketing, guys. You gotta find your customers somewhere. Or you go and knock at their door and you say, buy from me. Or you do it in a smart way. You give value to them. You show them every time that they interact that you have something that you share. But you are not saying to them, come to me because I'm better than him. No, you don't need to do it. You just prove every day that you have something to say, that your opinion is valuable, that you are an expert in your field, and you will see that the followers are coming automatically. Me, every time I'm doing a post, I have 300, 400, 500 people that add me only after I do a post. Like I do a post, I reach 160, 200,000 visualization per post. In only 6 months, my posts have been viewed by more than 1 million people. And this without spending $1. I never put money in ads or commercial or anything. Just giving value and be consistent in what you're doing.
Cool. Thank you so much. So now we've got one question here. How many people got questions? So these will be the last three. So 1, 2, 3. So if we pass, have you got the microphone, Isaac? Oh no, she already has it. Okay, cool. Thank you, my brother. Yep. It will come.
Hello.
It will come. Keep talking.
Keep talking. I just wanted to add something to you, Isaac. I actually took the course with Bruno, but on one-to-one, and he did magic. It was really, really, really good. And I know that I just came back, but I heard that you're doing a mastermind class coming up, and I highly recommend everyone to actually join him. It will change your lives.
Thank you.
Thank you. Carol, next to you. Yeah. Thank you, darling.
Question for Sim. Imagine that you are being given a challenge that you cannot escape of building the perfect social media platform. How would it look like?
He's generating the response.
Yeah. So, Carol, if you pass the microphone back behind you, great.
So
Give Sim some more time.
here's the perfect social media platform that's already coming. It just hasn't been invented yet. The world we're moving into is a world where the line between the digital and the physical becomes blurred to the point where it doesn't exist anymore. Where the digital will be represented in the physical, which means we will see things in reality and people and entities walking around, possibly AI, most likely AI. And we will participate in spaces which are in the digital space, but it'll be equivalent to interacting in the real space. The perfect social media platform is where I can just go be. You know, I don't know, put on glasses, right? And I can go exist in a place where it's no different from interacting in person. I can be myself, or I can be an alien, or I can put on a mushroom. I like mushrooms, right? But the perfect social media platform is one that replicates exactly what humans do, which is be social in all the ways that we're being social, right? I'll give you a story around this. I hope she's not watching. My ex-girlfriend went to Serbia, and I missed her a lot. But she had a VR headset, and I had a VR headset. So we met up in metaverse space, and we went to an empty room and had metaverse sex. I totally understood the metaverse at that point. I was like, yes, on the metaverse, because it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Was there
hardware included?
I mean, there were some things that were hard, but like the hardware, the way you're thinking about it was not included in the process. I'm really sorry. Do children watch this?
Family show. Family
children
show.
don't watch this, right? What was hard was trying to get online. It was very difficult. So the perfect social media platform is where people interact in a way where you can feel the spirit of the other human.
Love it. Thank you. Great question, as usual, Sister Carol. Over to you, my dear. Yeah.
Okay, can we hear me? We can hear me. Amazing. Yep. Okay, that was a really great answer because this question follows up very nicely to it. So in a world of content creation and social media strategy, and I'm not sure who I'm asking this to, by the way, how do you recommend people maintain authenticity?
Crypto Mama.
So I don't know if we're talking about a person, like personal brand, or we're talking about the company, but I think the answer will be always the same. It's to show as much personal content and your values as you can. So for example, if you're a company, right? A company should have a mission. So how you show your mission on the social media, right? You show it from the behavior, everyday life of your team, right? They go to work and they translate the same values as the company translates itself from the mission. And the more personal content you show, and actually people love it. Like we go on Instagram because we like other people's life to see it. So the more they see it, the audience, they even don't understand it. Like they don't understand that you're showing them the mission, that you're showing them the company values, that you're showing them brand identity, right? What they see is like someone's in the office hanging out, drinking coffee, but all this translates your authenticity only through people.
Love it. And look, because one answer per question.
Yeah, I just want to add a little bit.
30 seconds, go.
So
I know, I'm like,
you're taking my 30 seconds.
I'm like, Natasha, what are you doing?
Give me my
Do
30
not pass
seconds.
it to him.
It'll be good. It'll be good. You know, in life, we tend to hide certain aspects of ourselves because we think people will judge us, right? Often, when you share those facets of who you really are, people resonate because they go, ooh, I feel her because she's real. You know, like on Instagram, I noticed a while back, all the best looking influencers started sharing their scars. The mothers started sharing their baby scars, right? And people started really taking the makeup off and being like, this is what I actually look like. And it just, the engagement exploded. So for me, authenticity is show me your scars. Show me who you really are. And the thing is, that's what makes you unique because of the life experiences you've gone through. And you sharing it often ends up being the thing that actually makes more people resonate because whoever's had those scars or at least just appreciates that kind of stuff resonates.
Spot on. Wait, spot on. Now Melissa wants to say a word, but we're over time. We are out of time, but I can't send it to my sister Mel.
Just to say, like sometimes Robert called me the crazy one for that, but I think just to dare enough to care and stand for something that you care. That's really authentic and unique. Like because most of the times we're talking about like some the arbitrary feature of our lives, one aspects of it, and like storytelling and everything. But like not overdoing it. But sometimes if there's something that bothers you, it's not always like good vibes only kind of life everywhere. Like you can just like dare to care and show it and like point it out, and that's pretty authentic for me.
Thank you, my darling. Okay, so we have a few things left. So Bruno's going to get a few minutes, but one thing, and I don't really want to go over time, which means we're going to go over time. Well, I can't help it, right? It's too good. So Ty, you mentioned something earlier on about social and crypto, and it was something that we didn't touch upon. And I think it's important that we do, right? So on that note, what we'll do, and if we can keep it to a minute each, that would be amazing. For you, 30 seconds, because I love that, yeah. He always says that, and you know what? It ends up being about 45 seconds. So social and crypto. So Ty, your response earlier on, I think, was really powerful about the future of where it's going. So I would like everybody here to follow on from what you said. If you don't remember what he said, ask him. He'll say it again. And let's get a minute from each person, and then we'll go to Bruno, and then we'll close this part of the show.
What is it? So what did I say? Yep. Okay. So we need decentralized identities. We need to be able to prove that the person posting the thing is actually posting the thing. And we need decentralized platforms where your data isn't owned by anybody else but yourself. So you can take it. You're not going to get deplatformed by LinkedIn. You're not going to get deplatformed by Twitter because of some policy change or some team member didn't like you. Your voice is your voice, right? And so, but also at the same time, with decentralized social medias, people can invest in each other. It turns each person almost into a stock. I think the future of technology with AI, with the way the world is moving, needs a new and improved version of social media.
And if we go to, no, we got some? Yeah. So the future of social and crypto under a minute.
Not much to add to what Ty said, like decentralized identity, like owning a self-sovereign identity, it's really important to just understand what it is. Owning your, usually I say, if you don't understand the importance of owning your own assets, that is the essence of crypto, we are not going to understand the importance of owning your own identity, your own data and everything. And Web 5, we are always talking about Web 3, but Web 5 is always all about owning your own identity. And yeah, I mean, how to make it more free without leaving so much space to chaos. And I think that's the power of communities and the social support we are building around. And that's why we are now talking about the socials and crypto, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm sorry that you guys don't even get Web 3 and we're already talking about Web 5. This is what we do, we just make up stuff way ahead, right? The future of social and crypto is this. People misunderstand crypto. What we call crypto is actually tokenized value. What we're tokenizing is the brand. Stocks tokenize the company. Tokens and crypto tokenize the value that it generates. What it does is it creates a community. That's why every crypto holder will harp on about their own coin, because they stand behind the brand of that thing. So the future is,
Social tokens.
we have digital ID. It's coming. It's already here. We will enter spaces representing ourselves, knowing that everybody knows who we are. So we will speak with care and probably more honest than we do right now. The communities that get generated around these tokens themselves will manifest people standing behind visions that they actually believe in, genuinely, because they put their money on it. That will then generate the communities that come out of that, and we're going to have a breakaway world where everybody breaks away into believing certain, well, we already have it. You know, we have factions of people believing what they believe, and they will now support it with money, and then they will communicate in spaces which will have all of these things integrated so that it actually creates a higher level of authenticity. While you get to look like an alien.
So I'm going to try to make this short. That is a great vision. I really, really want it to happen. Do I think it will? Absolutely not. I think that in order to get there, there are several steps that, like, without getting robbed the platform, the people that are really in power are going to boycott it every step of the way in order to not allow that to happen, because that means that they are losing the power that they have fought generations to earn and maintain. So I think that's a grandiose future that's not going to happen. And to get that, we will have to create our own society, and I think that we will have maybe several little platforms that will try to do it, but more or less they will never make it, because crypto has this grand idea that got us all into crypto, the decentralization, the transparency, the everything. But when you understand that basically in MetaMask, which is your wallet that you communicate with all the crypto, I mean most of the crypto blockchains or whatever, is owned by Infura, which is owned in part by JP Morgan, which is still the same old money. What is this decentralization all about? So the idea is very good, but the real facts are that all these blockchains that are funded by VCs in order to fund this Web 5 thing is we're gonna need money. Who's gonna give us all the money? The same old guy who has it before. And anyway, we're going down a deep rabbit hole, and Rob, I still hope to see you at episode 500.
Love you, brother.
I think the nearest future, I mean, it's already here. Crypto, blockchain, social media. Instagram and Facebook already implemented the NFT, right? You can already connect your wallet, you can connect your MetaMask and your followers can see your NFT. You can create your own collection. It all happened in the bad moment of the bear market, but I think in the next bull run, we're gonna see people actually using it, and using it not just for funny pictures and stuff, but also people will have their mind to put some value into it. So yeah, I think definitely the social media and crypto are gonna be friends. AI and crypto blockchain are gonna be friends. Metaverse and crypto are gonna be friends, and this is just gonna stay with us in the future.
So before you finish us off, Bruno, so I have a dear friend, Rhonda. She's probably watching now. And so this is one of the people which has basically created their own platform, which is not public and is invite only, right? And what she's done and what she's doing is that, right? Using the technology of blockchain to basically bring in a new wave of transparency within a limited, exclusive community. And in a way, I can see that that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing for sure. That's what Cosmin will do. And so I can see this already developing. Without that, I'm going to pass on to Bruno. Remember, so Bruno will say a few words on a special thing that he's doing that you're going to love. And then after that, I'll just see us out for this episode.
So I agree with Cosmo. It's beautiful. This is why we are into blockchain, Web3 decentralization, is because we don't want anymore for the big company to own our data. And maybe through decentralization, can reach this point where they don't own anymore our data. We own it. We decide what to do with our data. We can sell it. We can do social token. We can ask people to pay us for doing actions, for what to eat for breakfast. There are people that are already doing it. But I think it's going to be very difficult that it's going to be working on a fully decentralized mode. Because at the end, if we want to see mass adoption, we want to see institutional money to flow in. And this is what is going to bring Bitcoin to the next bull run to maybe 200,000, 500. But
it's called blockchain. It's not going to give you freedom.
So he replied for us. We're good. Thank you so much.
So now, Bruno, over to you. Special little announcement that you want to make. Now's your time, and then we'll close the show afterwards. By the way, after we close the show, we'll switch off the cameras. If you want to speak to any of these guys personally, just harass them. Just go straight in. Don't wait. Just go, especially Sim, just go straight for him, right? Don't hang around. Don't take no for an answer. And after that, I'll say goodbye. Over to you.
Brother Robert, thank you so much for giving me the time. I'm going to keep it short. So basically, I just want to share with you all something that I'm about to launch by the end of the month. Since I'm in Bali, I received so much from the island, from the people that are here, that I decided to do something back and share some of the knowledge that I have. I think that I have some knowledge that I can share about LinkedIn and how to use it as a professional platform. Because of this, I've already started a LinkedIn marathon on Telegram, where for 14 days I'm sharing every day some tip on how to think and how to use LinkedIn. On the 23rd of January, I will do a webinar where I will explain how the bootcamp that will happen the 28th and 29th of January will work. It will be 2 days of masterclass. The location is still to be announced, but in these 2 days, I'm going to teach you all my secret about LinkedIn, how to generate leads, how to convert your follower into customer that are willing to pay for your services. But at the same time, I'm going to teach you how to create your brand identity, how to show to the other that you are an expert in your niche and why they should trust you. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. And look, for those of you who didn't catch that, if you're watching Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, just contact us or contact me, SpeakuP Monday, and we'll put the link somewhere in the post on Instagram and all of those different platforms. So without further ado, I want to thank Tropical Nomad, Brother Guzman, Sister Ayu, wherever you are, over there. Wonderful. Melissa, Kurtgen, Ty, Sim, Cosmin, Natasha, Crypto Mama, and Brother Bruno. See you next week, guys. Every Monday we're here at SpeakuP Monday. Follow us, come join us. And be in the studio audience is great. Love you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Robert.
Woo!